particularly the last few years, you've seen an explosion in all the different regulations that are coming out that are global. Certainly Europe has their fair share, right? You have the new EU Data Act, you have the EU AI Act, here you have the Cloud Act that's had data sovereignty issues in Europe. How is all of that playing out in terms of how the program is being shaped and the questions that many of your students may have?
Yeah. That's a great question. And with us, when we were doing the program, like when we launched it, it used to be like, oh, boards need to be more active, and then you saw nothing happening. They would do like E&Y or PwC, they would do all these surveys. It would come back that only 20% of the board understands cybersecurity, or that it's talked about at the board level, because they just don't. And it came down to that, hey, the only way we're going to get this done is if we make this something they have to do. So that's when you started seeing over the last few years with the SEC regulations, New York DFS with Part 500, they were actually the lead on all of this. The FTC with their safeguard rules, and then under Rule 5 too, where they want the directors more involved in senior management. Over in the EU, you're exactly right, with DORA, NIS2, there's all focus on the boards. So once that came out, is like, there's no interest like self-interest. So if you're a board member, it's like, whoa, I have to understand this. And that was the recognition that cybersecurity is a core business function. The whole idea that every company is a tech company. Everything you do is tied to a network. And if the network goes down, you cannot conduct business. So I always say the business of cybersecurity is business. If you're not secure and you go down, you're not making money. And that's what it comes down to. So our program has always been pushing that, like governance. That was like the key in the name of our program when we launched. And that's what our focus is now. And that's the whole idea how we built it. It's that recognition of oversight. So you can't just focus on the siloed tech piece, which is the most important piece. We're all talking about like tech, but it's the business way. Because if you look at, there's been studies that come out all the time. Like there was one from Stanford where they talked about it was almost like 80 to 90% of data breaches caused by human error. And then there was something else that came in. It's like, and also like 10% are caused by misconfigurations of how you're setting it. I'm like, well, you just do the math. That's 100% human error. So we're the problem.